Remember the movie The Secret?
There was recently a guy that won $1 billion lottery. He prayed for the numbers to pick, and he wrote down 6 numbers and he put it under his pillow, and he slept on it for 2 weeks. And every night he was basically saying,
if you can visualize something in a time motion, your subconscious doesn't know whether it's real or not. I've had quantum scientists look at this, see the secret to manifestation.
what it is, Brad Lee back again with another episode of Dropping Bombs. Today in the studio, folks, I got a real treat for you, especially if you like driving customers to your business, which is the blood of every business.
True.
Because marketing is key. This guy has been around the block. Glenn Ledwell, what's happening?
Great to be here, Brad.
Now,
awesome, man.
folks, if you've never heard of Glenn, he's the guy a lot of times behind the scenes organizing these masterminds, facilitating these conversations where a lot of high-level marketers get together and figure out what's the latest and greatest. You'll probably want to follow him at Glenn Ledwell. His website, fightclubmastermind.com. He's also behind Mind Movies, Speakeasy Mastermind, serial entrepreneur with diverse background. And since about 2007, Glenn's been rocking Mind Movies. Tell me about that real quick.
Yes, so Mind Movies, it's a personal development company, a direct-to-consumer. Basically, Mind Movies, the product, which is the name of the company, was our first product. It's a visualization tool. Like think, a vision board. It's like a digital vision board in video where people drag and drop their, photos and music and videos and create this little video of their perfect life.
Really?
So, back then...
It's funny that you say that, only because I was thinking of an app recently where you could do exactly that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see anything out there.
Yeah, we have that obviously, but...
Well, do you have an app?
Yeah.
Where do they find it?
Mind Movies app, I'm assuming.
Is that where you find it?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, I looked and I almost went to build one.
Wow.
Because I believe in vision boards.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, timing's everything. Like remember the movie The Secret?
Yeah.
It come out in 2006. It exploded in 2007. I started this business pretty much to leverage off that wave of what's this law of attraction, visualization thing, tying emotion to goals. And we're like, oh, this cool little video idea we've got kind of does that. So it was very much a timing thing. We had very, very, very fast success.
You believe in manifestation?
Oh, my whole life is a law of attraction manifestation story. It really is, right from the beginning. Right from when we started, prompting and trying to build this business. It really is, yeah.
Now, obviously, you sound like a bloke from down under.
Yeah, very southern Texas I'm from.
Where are you
Very
from?
South. Yeah, Australia. Sydney, Australia.
When did you come here?
I came here in 2008, beginning of 2008.
What made you want to come here?
It was funny. It was like the main motivation, believe it or not, was to do endless summer. I realized I don't like the cold. And I don't like the cold at all. Like not snow cold. I don't like cold. And
Australia gets cold?
It does. Oh. It does. Well, in the south, it does. And I'm from Sydney, and it's probably California, Southern California weather, but with a bit more humidity, right? So, but it sounds ridiculous if you're from somewhere that's actually cold. But okay. So we just started. I'd spent time in LA years and years, 35 years ago. So LA, San Diego, we started doing 6 months. But at the exact same time, we were starting to build Mind Movies. So of course, I realized in 5 minutes, this is where I've got to be. Like I've got to be in the US. So that was really what massively kept me here. And of course, the 6 months only lasted for a few years. And until a few years ago, I used to spend, 2 or 3 months a year in Sydney. That was about it.
So Mind Movies went from $0 to $6 million solely through joint ventures. And so far has generated over $80 million.
Yeah.
Was that manifested?
Absolutely. No, it's really funny. Like I'll tell you one quick story on that. We had this Mind Movie, all the people that are on the team and everything. We're going to do this $1 million launch, right? Because our mentors, the Frank Kerns and the Jeff Walkers and these people, if you've been around a long time, those names are, they were doing $2 million launches, but they had $2,000 programs and they were legends, right? But I, ignorance is bliss. We're going to do $1 million launch. I had a $100 product with no upsells. So here's the funny part. We did 7,000 sales, right? So we actually did do $700,000, right? And the bizarre part was, we were so disappointed, like how ridiculous, right? But that was '08. Literally the week the whole world fell apart was when we did a launch, that exact time. So fast forward a couple of weeks, when we looked at, my dad actually said, do you know what's happened with the dollar there? I'm like, oh, no, not really. We've been off the grid. It dropped 30%. So we actually did make $1 million Australian. That was in the vision, but we didn't know how, right? So I'm like, oh my God, like I know we're teaching this, but my God. Yeah, it's crazy.
What do you think the fundamentals of manifestation are?
It really is, I think, well, like that. I mean, the movie The Secret taught me personally. I've been into personal development and, visualizing and reading affirmations and all this kind of stuff, right? Pretty hard to work. What the movie The Secret taught me anyway, and obviously probably another 100 million people, is you've got to tie emotion to that goal. And if you understand, the way that works, like attracts like, and if you understand that, it's like, this is science. This isn't back then, this is a woo-woo thing, right? It's science. Like, I've had quantum scientists look at this and watch people with brain mapping on, do a mind movie, like it's actual science. So if there's emotion tied to the goal, apparently, if you can visualize something in a time motion, your subconscious doesn't know whether it's real or not. So like attracts like. So to me, the secret to manifestation is tying emotion. So, of course, what was the little software we created back then? It was the thing with music. It immediately taps into emotion. I mean, I didn't know the science back then. It was just a fun little thing, but the next few years I really found out a lot more deeper about it, why it actually works so well.
If people are listening thinking, hogwash, my friend, what would you say to these people?
I would just say, go to my site and download a couple of free things and, do we have these pre-made mind moves. I mean, you can get them all over the internet. I don't even know where you can find them anywhere. And we give away the 6 pre-made mind movies in, certain areas of life, money, relationships, fitness, whatever. And man, the results we've had from hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people from just watching these pre-made ones, it's mind-blowing. It still blows my mind. So when you get in and create your own, I mean, that's why it's a beautiful lead magnet, right? Because they get some results. Oh, now we're going to buy the thing to do our own. So from a marketing perspective, it was good. Oh, it's like $100. It's nothing.
And then you can make unlimited ones?
Yeah, unlimited movies, yeah.
Dude, I'm going to have to go get that.
Yeah, maybe I can hook you up.
Well, I believe in those vision boards. Yeah. I believe in manifestation and laws of attraction. Yeah. I've done it myself.
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing too.
Yeah.
And it is the emotion that most people miss.
Yep.
You have to tie the emotion. It's almost like you have to feel as if you already have it.
Exactly.
And
that's exactly what it is.
And then the other mistake people make is they think it's going to happen when they wake up the next day.
Yeah. And then they stop.
Yeah. Well, it's just, it didn't happen. So, they let it go. That
doesn't work. Yeah.
But again, I've heard countless stories of, man, I just boom, 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 and it works. There was recently a guy that I think he won $1 billion lottery recently. And if you read the story, it says that he put the numbers, he prayed for the numbers to pick. And he wrote down 6 numbers and he put it under his pillow and he slept on it for 2 weeks. And every night he was basically saying, these are the numbers. And he envisioned him winning and he envisioned this and he envisioned that.
That's cool.
And he won.
He won. Yeah.
Now he doesn't know if it was God or manifestation. Are you religious?
It's the same kind of thing. I'm more spiritual than religious.
What's the
difference? What I have learned, religious is God, right? And like an organized religion. Spirituality is, what's God? It's the universe. It's in your mind. It's, like this abundant law of attraction thing. Is that religious based? Well, not really, but it can be. But the point to all that is what I've learnt, very much so in our industry, you can call the universe, switch out that name and call it God. It's exactly the same thing. Like you just said, the guy was praying. Well, that's visualizing praying, right? It can be the exact same thing. So to me, it doesn't really matter. They're the same,
Well, for me, it's like do you believe that there is a creator?
I do.
Because the universe didn't create itself.
Something, right? A higher power, a higher being.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, to me, how can you not believe that? But is it specifically one of the organized religions? And which one?
Well, I'm not I'm not religious, but to me the difference between religion is organizational rules and whatnot that are interpreted by man and in a lot of cases changed by man to satisfy man.
Sure.
So when I say, spiritual, to me that means I believe there is a creator for sure.
Yeah.
Too many unbelievable things for there not to be.
Yep.
People always go, like what? And I always say, like an eyeball.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Have you ever zoomed in on your retina?
Yeah.
Like, dude, there's things called fingers in the center of your eye. And if you zoom in far enough, they look like fingers. So you have fingers in the center of your eye.
Wow.
It's the craziest thing. And then it sees and you hear and you cut your skin and it heals itself. And like your heart beats without you even thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you think that just happened?
It just happened to happen. Yeah.
And then the DNA and the freaking deep stuff, the mind itself.
Yeah.
The human brain is the most powerful computer on planet Earth. People are all wacky about AI now. And I'm like, AI is artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Who created
That stems from
artificial intelligence?
Yeah. Exactly.
Actual intelligence.
Yeah.
And who made actual intelligence? It didn't just evolve. It couldn't have. And not only that, like when AI can create actual intelligence, then maybe it's surpassed. But until AI can create an actual intelligence, like an actual human being with all the things that go on, impossible, dude. It's not evolution. But so that's spiritual. I'm not religious either. I don't believe in any organized religion necessarily.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
But maybe that's why we both believe in manifestation.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Because I hear a lot of religious people talk about, oh, that's God. Well, whether it's God or not, I don't know. But I do know that manifestation works. And obviously you've got proof and tons of testimonies. So after that was that your first endeavor? No,
nowhere near. That was my first online endeavor.
So what were you doing before that?
Before that, geez, I'll go back in order. Before that, I had a few coffee franchises in Sydney, 3 coffee franchises and a health company. Before that, I owned a nightclub for years. That's a whole podcast. A nightclub for about 5 years. I had an events company on the side. I used to do, big boat parties, dance parties, all that. That was my world for quite a few years. Before that,
so were you walking around those parties like Mr. King Dick?
Geez, I wish it was that easy.
Well, I mean, when it's your party, you're always the cool one.
Yeah. If only that was the good part. But yeah. I tell you what it did do, though. I learned everything I know about human behavior and psychology, understanding people, everything in that business. And the big thing was you just need to make people feel good. And every legend in business has said it in one way or another, right? Help enough people get what they want, you get what you want, like all these Zig Ziglar. But I really learned that firsthand. You make people feel good, they like you, they buy from you, they're loyal to you. Even more so. So, I mean, there's a whole story around it, but what I realized in the nightclub world, you've been to nightclubs, doesn't matter where you go in the world, the coolest ones, they make you feel like you're grateful to get in and give them money. That's always, it really blows my mind. So I just flipped that. Yeah, I only let the right people in, and the wrong, whatever. But the right people, I made them feel unbelievable. Hey, man, you're amazing. Do you know this guy? He's awesome. Pump him up. That's a guy that's coming to my club to spend money. And then what came from that was just the being nice to people. All clubs, bars, they have their heyday, and then something else opens up. And this is when I knew it worked. A few years in, a couple of places opened, and literally my regulars had come to me, look, I'm apologizing. We're going to go check out the new place, like at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., but they were sorry about it. The point was they didn't care about any of these other places because they weren't friends with the owner. Did I know most of these people's names? Of course not. But they were friends with the owner of that club, and I didn't realize how powerful that was. That gave me the loyalty that no one has, you know.
So you were entrepreneurial from day one, or did you used to have a cubicle job?
No, from day one.
And then eventually you carried that philosophy into these masterminds.
Yep.
Flight Club Mastermind is basically all the top internet marketing gurus coming together, exchanging ideas, exchanging techniques. What is it, once a year?
Yeah, no, we do three-day events per year.
And you have all the big names in there.
We really do, yeah.
Is it like in Vegas, or do you do them around?
Yeah,
the
no,
country?
we do. We're in San Diego for years, but I've lived out here in Vegas for quite a few years. So we moved it at the beginning of last year. So it's always here now. 3 times a year, February, June, October, 3-day event, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
And by the way, if anybody's listening and they're marketers, because you don't just go to this, you have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, the thing is, it is pretty specific. And honestly, this is our criteria. Be a cool person. Like, we kind of say it funny, but don't be a douche, a taker, a show off. You're going to have a video call with me before you get to go, so I'm going to know. You know, they come to the event. And it really is like, if you got to be a decent level of not just marketer in the online world marketer. So it is fairly specific. But you know, there's probably millions and millions of people in that market. But yeah, if you're like, your business is doing decent, you want to go to the next level, or you know, you're feeling like we all feel isolated as entrepreneurs, particularly in the online world. It's that place you can come, collaborate, get ideas, share ideas, learn, share, like what a real mastermind is meant to be. Like when I started it, the reason I started it, and don't get me wrong, there's amazing other groups around, but I just saw there's an opportunity here for, like, I feel like they're all a little bit big. I feel like not personal enough. I feel like they're not specific enough, you know? So I made it specific. I made it not so big, you know, focused more on connection. So people come to Flight Club compared to a different mastermind. If they don't try, they walk away with 20 new friends. They try, they walk away with 50, 60 new friends, you know, because not just the way I curate it, I invite the right people, not just smart people, not just successful people, cool, successful, smart people, if that makes sense.
And you got that from the club industry.
I did.
Nightclub.
I really did. The right people. See, and you know, you realize if you run any business groups at all, or any kind of groups, you get one person can ruin that group. Think of it like, anyone could relate to this who's employed a lot of people. You get one employee that's cancer. You don't cut them out early, you'll lose half your team. I mean, I've had this experience. I'm sure you have too, Brad. That's what I find with groups. And it's tough. Like, you know, someone's just giving you 20 or 30 grand and you find out, there's this or this about them. I know right now, no one kicks them out of their group. I'm like, I need to cut this out now. And don't get me wrong, I don't love it. It's the worst part of it. The worst part of it. I haven't had to do it ever in 11 years. And last year I had to do 2 within a few months.
What'd they do?
Someone was just out of integrity, you know, just wasn't really integrity. Been dealing with a couple of members. Didn't do anything that bad, but I could just see. There was a brand new member. The other one had been a member for a while. I didn't see it at all. Turned out she was ripping people off. You know, but I didn't know, like we didn't know. But as soon as I found out, I'm like, I need to get this out of the group. And it's funny how terrible it is and it's uncomfortable it is every time. Those times I've done it, people respect it. You know, they're like, I think like no one does that. All the other group, that no one would do that. I'm like,
because they're going to lose 30 G's.
Right. But that's the thing. Like, I get that. I do. I get it. But they're going to cost themselves money. Like they look at it too short term, too scarcity minded. I don't want to give back the 30 grand. But what, you want to ruin your other, you know, your few $100,000 worth of people? Like, it's crazy to me. But it is tough. I do realize it is tough.
Well, what makes yours so much better than the rest of them?
Well, like I said, that we just spoke about.
So the curation
no
is
dicks.
key.
No, I always say, we don't mind guys, but no dicks. You know, we kind of say it. But, you know, we have a really good mix of men and women, which is pretty unique too. But I think that's because of the vibe. It's friendly, it's open, it's abundant. Everyone really wants to help each other. It's not a bunch of people trying to sell people to each other. Some are like that. Like I said, it's specific.
Most are like that.
I don't want to say most, but I know a lot are, right? And it's more feedback I get. Oh, geez, it's not like this. Everyone's not just trying to sell you something. I'm like, no, I wouldn't allow it. I wouldn't allow that in the group.
I've been to these quote unquote masterminds. First of all, a real mastermind, there's sharing going on. These other masterminds, there's no sharing. There's people pitching you shit the whole time. And then they bring in guests to pitch you shit the whole time. And then you leave and you're like, well, where's the knowledge? Well, you heard from these guys. I could have heard that shit on YouTube.
Yeah. You got to buy their thing.
Yeah. Well, a real mastermind, in my opinion, is people share.
Exactly.
Like what's working for you, what's working. There's facilitation. There's facilitation of conversation.
Exactly.
And then in those conversations become relationships, opportunities, and a mastermind is far worth it. What would you say to the people that say masterminds are a ripoff?
Well, like I said, that would be their experience, and I get it. I've been to that. And, everyone knows this one too. You go there and you're smartest person in the room. No one wants that unless you're an egomaniac, right? So they're the lower level. And like you said, a lot of them, it's the guru. People join for the guru. I'm not a guru. I'm a facilitator. There's half my mastermind are making a lot more money than me. In my opinion, they're smarter than me. Am I probably smarter in some way? Yeah, sure. We're all smart in certain ways, So I would say try what I call real mastermind. It's exactly what you just said, Brad. It's a collaboration. Yeah, sure, we have presentations, but I'll tell you the difference. In the 2 days of call it the business part, there's 2 hours of presentations each day, not 6. Right? And those presentations, this is what I tell, and they're all members. Say, listen, there's none of this. This is why you listen to me. Here's all my case studies. Here's my QR code. I go, this is how I say it. If your exact presentation front to back you couldn't sell as a product, it's not going to be on my stage. And I'm so committed to that. Even though I know the people, I still look at the presentations before because I've had them slip through. And they're not, I've never had super pitchy, but still a little bit. Clearly with an agenda, that's not okay. You're going to get business there, right? You blow everyone away, you're going to get business if that's what you're looking for, So that's a content part. And the other part that I do very different, and you alluded to that, is all the rest is breakouts. See, to me, if it's a real mastermind and everyone's at a certain level or above, the most value you get is collaborating with each other. So we do break into tables of 6 and do biggest wins, biggest challenges, different topics, what's working, what's not. So again, you're connecting, which is the biggest value, but you're learning from each other as well, which I think that's a big difference. I don't think a lot do that well.
So how did you know to put all this together?
Because I've been a mastermind junkie since I started in this industry, like literally 18 years ago. I started, a lot of people know Frank Kern is. I was in Frank Kern's very first, probably his only mastermind he ever did. It was in 2008. And I was the newbie then, but it showed me the power of it. So I was just a junkie for years after that. I just saw how much value you get from this collaboration, just getting together. And honestly, it was like, I just realized every time I'd see my peers, traveling somewhere or whatever at another event, you'd share an idea and you go, oh man, we need to do this more often. So honestly, my motivation to start it was, I think I can do something different, that the best of this, the best of this, the best of this. What's that? Intimate, focus on connection. Just cool people. Most miss that bit, right? Because again, it's a little bit greedy. Someone's going to give me money. I'm going to let them in. Oh, and they're a star. And then the way it's curated, and the size as well is quite, I cap mine at 60, which again, I think in my humble opinion, I think it's the ultimate size. Big enough, keeps fresh, new people every time, but small enough where it's still got that very family safe environment for people to connect with as well. Plus we combined a lot of social stuff, strategic social stuff. Why do I say it like that? We don't just go to dinner. I'll have a room with tall tables. And you're not going to go to a dinner and be in one big long table. Oh, great food, but I didn't get to talk to anyone. What's the point? Everyone misses that point. I do one big room, big tables, or pass around. Again, not rocket science, just congruent. People can't, you put the right people in the right environment, they can't not talk. And the same I do on a Monday. We call it Monday Fun Day, and it's like an adventure. We'll go on a boat party. I'll rent a mansion. We do a pool party, or we do a big food walking tour. The point is something cool, but so we're together. Everyone can't not connect and talk. So that's kind of the differences that I do, those few main things that makes it different to the others.
So what's now the Speakeasy Mastermind?
Speakeasy Mastermind, it's funny, like the reason I'm in that, my business partner whose idea Speakeasy was, we've been friends for 15 years. He's been in Flight Club from the beginning. So he knows, I know how to run events and I know how, I understand this type of stuff. So he approached me to partner him with it. But basically what it is, it's a local meetup, like you heard of BNI, EO, these groups that are all over the world. Sure. That was kind of the idea, right? So we started nearly 2 years ago. We're up to 15 cities now, one here in Vegas. I mean, we're all over the country. We're a couple in Canada.
That's the Speakeasy one.
Speakeasy, yeah. But what it is, it's different to Flight Club. It's still a similar avatar, but you don't have to be in the online world. You don't have to be doing millions of dollars. As long as you're a savvy entrepreneur that you think you could contribute to a group, you could be a fit for that. It's speakeasymastermind.com. But yeah, I mean, we got 15 cities so far. We're opening cities all over the world. So the idea about that is you get to meet locally once a month for 3 hours. It's very inexpensive. But then we're connected via an app. So you're connected to the whole network. We've got over 350 people in it now, expanding all the time. So we connect globally together. And then once a year we do a big event where we all get together. So Flight Club and Speakeasy really go together well.
Are you ever going to put them together?
Well, they are. Well, they're not together, but they kind of are. Like people who join Flight Club, they want to be in Speakeasy, and people who join Speakeasy, if their business is at a certain level, they want to be in Flight Club as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's quite a good match.
Why'd you name it Flight Club?
Do you know, I can't even I love the name, but I didn't come up with it. It was, I think, my marketing manager at the time come up with it. I go, I want something that means ascension, means high level, means, I don't know. I don't remember what I said, but she come back and said Flight Club. She goes, it's elevating, flight. I'm like, I really like that. So yeah, I mean, I can't take credit,
Marketing. Businesses need to market. It's more senior than sales.
Yeah. Massively.
Yeah. So in the last Flight Club, what are some of the marketing techniques you can share with the entrepreneurs listening where they just get free education?
Wow. Yeah, there's so many things on what kind of topics. I mean, we always share what's happening. Like right now, I mean, everyone in the online world or any business really can relate to how hard media has gotten. It's not this year. It's not last year. It's really since COVID. It's been really, really difficult, but the last couple of years more. So I'm always looking for different ways to get qualified traffic, and it's a bit premature to share this, but this idea come up, and there's a couple of companies out there and they do cold email reach out with AI and literally identify the right people, your avatar. Then they take those people, then they research those people and find out every single thing about them. This is all the AI. So now you have a list of people that are your direct avatar that you know everything about. Then it writes very specific emails, individual to every single person. So the callback rate is unbelievable. That's the big idea that I'm working on right now, which I think is going to change everything, like everything. Because all of a sudden now you're getting much more inexpensive leads than say using Facebook or YouTube or whatever, or Google or whatever. And it's more targeted, even more targeted.
If a CEO's listening to this, or, everyone's a CEO that starts a business, but if an entrepreneur is listening, do you think it's important for them to learn and understand marketing, or just hire someone that knows it?
Depends what the focus is. I would say the latter. If you're a CEO and marketing doesn't juice you up, no, don't try to learn it, because you won't like it. So you probably won't be that good at it, even if you're really, really smart. And there's a lot in it. It's a whole skill set on its own, But like I'd say, someone who's more starting out, they're not sure of their role yet. Yeah, learn marketing. It used to be learn marketing and copywriting. Well, now you don't need that with AI. You just don't need it anymore. You got to learn marketing. That's if you're, say, a startup or early on. But again, you might have someone who's going to be an unbelievable COO or an amazing ops person. They're not going to lend well to being a a marketing person, right? And even salespeople are different too. If you're good at sales, is good too. But so the answer to your question really is, I'd say no. If you're at a certain level, I wouldn't try and learn it. I would absolutely. And it's hard to hire a gun marketing person because they know how much money they can make. But you can find them.
Where?
I think really a high level guy, I think you got to poach. I've never done it. I've been really lucky. I trained a couple of my people from scratch, literally sitting next to me for 2 years, I have been able to hire a couple. It's a bit easier now, to be honest, than it used to be. But it is a difficult hire. In the online world, it's definitely the hardest hire.
Yeah, because they know how to make money on their own.
Money. Yeah. So you've got to get someone who has this brilliant marketing, call it sales skill set, that's not entrepreneurial at all. They don't fit, right? But it exists. It absolutely exists.
Sure.
People don't want to run their own company, but they've got this skill set where probably the most valuable skill set you could have, right?
Yeah, or you develop
one of them, right? Yeah.
So out of all the people that come to your event, how many of them are just like all high level, and how do you judge them?
Oh, majority of them are extremely high level marketers.
How do you judge?
Just from the conversation. Like I said, I don't,
there's no like they make a certain amount of money.
To be honest, I don't even ask that because I don't care if you're only making $1 million a year. You could be super savvy. Maybe you're a solopreneur. Maybe you're just you and your wife or your husband or something. But you're really savvy. You've been around a long time. Maybe you just haven't learned how to scale yet. But you're a really savvy marketer. So, and then you might have someone doing 10 million or 20 million, and maybe, like you said, maybe they don't do any of the marketing. They got someone who does it for them. Well, they're not exactly a fit either, right? So I always, I qualify them a little bit, and then when I get on the video call, I mean, I can generally tell in the first few minutes, like how long you've been in business, how big's your team, like I don't have to even ask how much money they make.
So I wouldn't go, but I would send my marketing guy.
Probably. Well, see, you're an all-round business guy, right? So you're a bit of an anomaly, though, I would say, right? And I don't even know all your skill sets, But you would, if I was you, I would come and bring your marketing guy, because that's the other thing with our mastermind too. We give you 2 memberships for this exact reason, right?
Well, I mean, I understand marketing, but like I don't get into the details.
Yeah, the weeds of it. Yeah.
I'm not the one buying the media or placing the ads or.
But see, either am I, right? I mean, I hire people to do all that stuff. I'm not technical at all, but that's what I'm saying. I think overall you would understand high level all of it. I think you would. I don't know, but which is that's the stuff that excites me.
Well, no, I understand it, but if you told me now go build it, well, I need people for that.
Oh, me too.
But
yeah, me too.
I would say I'm more of a high level thinker, meaning,
right.
There was something at one point at a mastermind I learned about. They ultimately called it a Venus flytrap. You ever heard that?
No.
Well, and again, it made me lots of money. So again, you go get one thing out of these masterminds, and I'm telling you, it's worth going.
Yeah.
People are like, well, some of them are $100,000. Well,
yeah.
Dude, you can make $1 million with one idea, one relationship.
Yep.
But this one Venus flytrap concept was very simple. Instead of just blasting out cold ads, which a lot of companies do because they don't understand marketing. I mean, marketing is a big word.
It is, yeah.
You think placing ads is marketing. There's copy, there's offers, stacks, there's all kinds of things. But at the end of the day, the concept was instead of just blasting out cold traffic, boost content and see who watches it for longer than 16 seconds, and then retarget those people with another one, and whoever watches that for 16 seconds, that's who you send the ad to.
Yeah.
And conversion like skyrocket.
Through the roof, yeah.
Yeah, because again, you're
qualified.
Most people are out blasting to cold traffic.
The wrong people, yeah.
And not only that, it's expensive. So I'm going to spend $100,000 and I'm only getting back $70,000. Well, that's not going to work. I'm not going to do that very long.
Yeah.
But when you spend $100,000 the right way, well, You know how much more views you can get on $100,000 of boosting than advertising?
Yeah, right.
Because getting your content looked at is not advertising, right? There's no call to action. It's just pure content.
Yeah.
So if you're watching my content longer than 16 seconds, that shows that there's an interest in that content. Mm-hmm. And then in the content, you want to do, basically bias management. You want to do, like, for example, I want to establish myself as an authority. So me on stage or whatever. So these biases is really what you're managing. And then you're pre-framing objections that someone would have if you advertise to them.
Yeah.
So you hypothetically say, well, what's the reason people aren't going to buy your offer? Well, it's too expensive. Okay. And what else? It's not going to work for me. And what else? I don't know the person. Okay. So there's the 3 main reasons someone won't buy your offer. So in that content that you're boosting, and you can boost for pennies versus advertise for dollars. Yep. So in that content, you want to pre-frame those objections. So like most people think this is expensive, but in reality, if you think about it,
Yep.
So you're pre-framing those objections. So by the time they actually see the ad, they've already closed themselves on that objection that they would have had you not done that.
Yep, absolutely.
And then boom.
So I think you do know marketing, mate. I mean, that was a pretty advanced marketing tactic you just said.
Well, I mean, I'm into human behavior. I like to see how people think.
Yeah.
Copy's important, I think.
But see, that's what you just said, human behavior part of it. That to me is marketing at the core. You understand your ideal customer. You can get into their head. So that's a bit I love too, right? The psychology part of it. You can write something or shoot a video thinking about how that would make them feel, your ideal customer, your avatar, whatever. That to me, if you know that is marketing. All the other stuff is bells and whistles and tactics and strategies, right? If you understand that, you're a good marketer. That's how I look at it anyway.
And a lot of times you just have to guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an educated guess.
Yeah.
A lot of companies, they don't even know what a ideal customer profile looks like.
They don't even know. No,
They're just blasting out ads. Hey, come check out my business. And it's going to millions of people, 3/4 of which they shouldn't even be advertising to.
Yep.
But those ads cost them money.
Yep.
So they're not smart enough or savvy enough, I should say. Because again, it's not that they're stupid. They just don't know.
Yeah.
Like I was cold traffic blasting till I was at a mastermind.
Yeah.
And someone was talking about, what we do is we do this, and this first. And so I ran back home and did it. And dude,
there you go.
My conversion skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Very simple. And not only that, my ad spend went down. And my conversions went up.
Yeah.
Which one thing I don't understand about marketing is how if I put in 5,000 in ads and get back 10,000, you would think, well, then go to 10,000, you'll get back 20,000 and so on. But it doesn't keep going. Why do you think that is?
I mean, it's just the broader, right? Like it's like anything, emails, everything's the same. You go from this to this to this to this, everything drops. I think it's just you're scaling so that ideal thing you had at a certain right level, you have to be going broader. You can't stay that specific and scale. I think that's what it is, because it is absolutely true in every case, what you just said. Absolutely true.
Well, I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Because wouldn't it be nice if you found I have one offer right now. I'd say it's about a 25-to-1 ROAS.
Whew. Not spending anywhere near enough money then if you're getting that kind of numbers.
Well,
right?
Well, it's not scalable. That's my problem.
Oh, okay.
I could spend a little more, and I'm about to. I'm staffing up a little bit.
Yeah,
but it's not scalable anyway.
Right.
It's not scalable. There's not an unlimited number of them.
Right.
So there's scarcity. There's
maybe that's why it's working so well. Right.
More
or a big part of it. Right.
Yeah. So what I'm looking for though is a 5-to-1 ROAS with no limit.
If I get 120% in month, I am smashing that. To give you an idea, right? Like, get 2-to-1, man, that's like, you got to spend more money. So when you're talking numbers like that, it's crazy.
So Tell everyone what are like the latest and greatest techniques that you've learned at these recent masterminds. Like, is there any Venus flytraps of today? Is there any platform outperforming another? Is there any secrets?
The secret, like I said, that the AI, embracing the AI, that's the thing in front of my mind right now. Like, that's really, really good. The other thing that we're doing right now, which I got from another person, which this isn't rocket science either, but if you're sitting on, we sell everything from low ticket to high ticket in Mind Movies, that company, right? And, we're sitting on like 250,000 phone numbers, for instance, and physical addresses. And this is what I find in my world. Oh, calling people and sending physical mail. I know we don't have to do that, right? Well, that's hard, or that's, that's expensive. But of course, it's not that like this is new, but we've actually started doing that with, there's these incredible outbound auto dialers now, right? And they're so good. Like, we're getting 17% pickup rate. Whereas, you do your phone numbers from GHL or something. I mean, you'll get 5 if that, 5's good. So that's something. If you've got a customer list, you're sitting on that, I'd go get one of these auto dials. There's tons of them around. You only need one person. Call it a setter, a person. They do the auto dial, and then, it does X amount of however many a minute or however it works. And if one gets through, they answer, they pick it up. So that's a real good low-hanging fruit thing that I'm personally doing lately that I got from the last meeting. And direct mail's the other one too. I mean, this is nothing new either. If you've got a customer list and you never send them anything ever in the mail and you've got something higher ticket to sell, that's absolutely low-hanging fruit too. But it costs a bit more money. It's a bit more effort, you know what I mean? Which is why everyone's not doing it, which is great,
What would you say to entrepreneurs that don't have a list and they're not building one?
Get one. Yeah,
how does somebody build a list?
Build one, yes. So, I mean, you've got, the thing is you think, oh, I don't have a list. You've got some kind of reach though. Even if it's your social media channels, you've got some kind of reach. Focus on that, right? Go out to your network on there. Do swaps. Like, for instance, you could reach out to someone who's in a similar business to you and say, hey, why don't you do a few posts? It doesn't cost any money. You do a few posts for me, I'll do a few posts for you. Do that for a while. But always, always, always be driving them to some kind of call to action to get their email and or phone number if you can, depending on what your business is. But
phone numbers worth more?
Oh, phone number's worth way more.
Why? You're not allowed to text them anymore. It seems like texting will get your ass slapped with a TCPA lawsuit.
There's ways around it though, especially in the US. God bless America, man. Like, you can cold email people. Cold. That AI thing I was talking about. You can't do it anywhere else anywhere else, but you can't do it in Europe. You can't do it in, Canada, Australia, whatever, but you still can here. So that's, I hope that continues. You can call people, no problem at all. That's why the auto dialers are an effective way. Now, have I ever tried going out buying cold lists? No, but I'm talking about if you have a customer list. But getting back to how do you get that? Social media is the easiest way in the world. Now, it's work. But the thing I like about it is it's not a lot of money. If you're good with relationship type building, people in your industry. This is how I started. I built everything from doing affiliate marketing, which is basically just approaching people with similar businesses. Hey, you want to do a promotion for me? I'll do a promotion for you. And if they're early on starting out, they're not going to be like, oh, what's the EPCs, like the earnings per click? How much will I make for the send, which is, the next tier up. Business, but they want to know that. But early on, if you've got nothing, man, everyone's just open to do that. You send for me, I send for you. You do a media post, I'll do a media post. I mean, that's how I built my whole business in the beginning, just for that. Yeah. Doesn't cost anything.
What's that called?
Affiliate marketing. Yeah, joint ventures, affiliate marketing.
So when you said you did it all through joint ventures, that was it. That was how you did it?
Yeah, so when I started my movies, I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about, like you were saying, like media and ads, and I don't know any of that stuff. I can't even type, I'm not going to that technical do that. But I realized pretty quickly, these few random people reach out to me. Oh, hey, you got this product. Do you want to promote me and I'll promote you? I'm like, oh, this is cool. Like, I didn't know. So, over months, I accumulated a few more of those partners, and, then I started looking for people and reaching out and looking at leaderboards and things, right? When people in these launches, and, maybe I'll reach out to the bottom people on the leaderboard, not the top ones, if you're starting out, that is. If you're a higher tier partner, like I have been for a long time, I'll reach out to the top people, and say, hey, let's chat. How can we help each other out? The thing I love about the affiliate world is, believe me, it's all work. None of it's easy. Business isn't easy. The thing about the affiliate stuff is you only pay after the sale. So you're not risking money, right? You're risking your relationship. So don't burn a relationship. It's the first thing I would say. Like, make sure you're very transparent. Oh, I don't know my numbers. Well, I don't know my numbers either. Cool. Let's just see how we go.
How do you learn your numbers?
Well, I mean, as you become a little bit more a sophisticated business marketing person, you understand about doing split tests and you understand about doing the tracking and all that kind of stuff. So someone sends an email for you, you know how many emails they sent, how many clicks, went to your site, you know how many opted in, you know how many bought, and that's how you track to pay them their commission. So, I mean, that's very easy to learn. But I mean, when you're starting out, you're like, I don't know about these AV split tests on sites and this Google tracking. You don't know any of that. I mean, I still don't, but, to your point earlier, when I employed somebody or partner with somebody that could do that, help me with that.
What do you think a key software is if you're going to get into marketing?
I mean, if you're starting out, GoHighLevel for sure. I mean, GoHighLevel's the monster. It's the animal now that kind of does it all, like, different ones like, which are great, like ClickFunnels and Groove. And there's a lot of these really good networks that do a lot of stuff that GoHighLevel doesn't, to be honest. But GoHighLevel is the monster. It can do nearly everything you need in your business, and it's very inexpensive. So if I was starting out right now, that's what I would do.
Is that where all the leads go?
Everything that you're tracking, your page builders, your website builders, your webinar software, your like everything, even your merchant accounts aren't with that, but yeah, pretty much, like say even 10 years ago, you needed 18 different things to come together, which are expensive, I mean, way back when we built our own stuff in-house because it was all just nothing was great. But platforms like GoHighLevel, ClickFunnels, Groove Digital, they do all of that for you, So that'd be probably the first thing.
How many people you have in your database?
Oh, it's always between 1 million and 1.5 million generally.
Could you sell those names if you wanted?
Oh, absolutely.
What kind of value?
But I wouldn't.
What kind of value is that though?
It's nothing like it used to be. I mean, an email address is worth about 5 or 10% of what it was 10 years ago. For all the things we're talking about, right? Deliverability and spam and all these other things. I'd be completely guessing if I said what it was. It used to be $1 a lead. It'd be nothing like that now. It'd be cents, But that's if you sold it. You wouldn't do that. Like what people, when they call it selling their list, they'll just say, oh, hey, rather than an affiliate deal where I'll promote your thing and we get paid, they might say, oh, pay me $2,000 up front and you call that paid drops, paid cents. That's when people that's what I would call more when you're selling your list. It would be doing that,
Yeah, people always ask me, in the space, hey, Brad, I'm coming out with a book. Do you mind doing this or you mind doing that? And like, I don't know if they think I'm stupid, but like,
yeah, like you're going to do that.
Well, I mean, they always say, hey, I'll give you commission. It's like, I got to believe in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what's the purpose of this? Do you just want to sell books? Well, what's your book about? I haven't even read it.
Yeah.
And you want me to just tell my people to go buy your book.
Yeah.
I'm the wrong dude for that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's offensive to people or not.
No, it's being real. You're the one being real. They're the one that's like, that's not cool at all to ask you to promote something you have no idea about. That's not cool at all. That's on them.
Why don't you at least call me and say, here's my book, read that. And if you think it's valuable.
Yeah. Here's a summary of it, right? Or something.
Yeah.
Right?
But that's what you're explaining what people should do. And people try to do that with me, but it doesn't go very well. Do you find that that's a very effective technique?
They're the people, they're the beginners that don't really understand the way it works. Like someone who's starting out shouldn't be reaching out to you at all. That's just not cool, right? Because they've really got nothing to offer you at all. You know, they want to reach out to more people at their levels, in their levels. We call it the A, B, C, D, right? Like if you're a D, reach out to D's and C's. Don't reach out to A's. I did it in the beginning, wasted months of my time. You know, you got no business talking to somebody who's got this business when you've got this business, right? Because there's no real fair collaboration. You can go up a tier. If they reach out to you and said, hey man, like I've been promoting your podcast for the last 6 months. Don't know if you've seen it. I love what you do. I've bought all your programs, blah, blah, blah. You're amazing. After the third message of that, what does Brad say to them? Oh, hey man, what are you doing? Right? Reciprocity.
Yeah, if they're buying all my shit.
That's right. But see, I didn't have to.
But now you're a customer.
Yeah, but you get the point I'm making. Like, you don't just come to you and ask you to do something, which is a massive favor. You taking all the risk, them taking none. Only upside is for them. You maybe have one, maybe.
Well, what's funny is these guys have pretty big names,
right?
And they don't call and see how I'm doing. They're not technically.
Oh, they're above it.
We're not friends,
right? Yeah.
What they're doing is they're trying to get all the people they know to shoot out an email all at the same time to hit a bestsellers list. Or, hey, if I can get all these people to send to their database, you know, and not only that, if I send your offer to my database, well, now whoever opts in is now in your database.
That's right.
So like now my database is your database. And if you're peppering these guys from now on, my database is going to go, thanks, dick. Now I got someone hammering me every day. Yeah. What do you think too many emails, offers, and communications are? Like, what's too many for a company to make?
That's really, it's so subjective. Like, personally, what I've been doing in my company for years, we do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, generally, but 3 in the week, and then we do one, like a newsletter on Sunday. But look, I've got friends that do once or twice a day.
Well, I've got friends that does 10 times a day.
Yeah, well, I mean, to me that. But again, I'm not going to say that's wrong.
He'll get you.
Look at their numbers.
He'll get you 10x more emails than you had before.
Yeah, like I don't know. We started a while ago doing a separate thing, a daily email, but it's called the daily email. Like the thing with how often you mail, I learned this a long time ago. As long as you set the expectation on the way in, like you don't say, join my mail and you'll hear from me every now and then, or you'll hear from me a few times a week and then start hammering them every day. You don't do that. Like I said, like I started this separate, I made it a different from address, you know, and no, it's us, but it's the daily newsletter, the daily email. And it works because I've set the expectation from the beginning. You don't want in, unsubscribe, always make it easy. If you're hammering them, if you're hitting them pretty heavy. I think now in the market now, it's probably better to mail more. It probably is because the attention span is lower. That's been going like that for ever since I've been in this world. And deliverability is worse. Emails, the life expectancy is months now, not years.
Well, I think email's getting way worse.
Why?
No, I think it is.
Oh, no, way worse. Way worse,
Because I just put myself in the position.
Yeah.
When I open my inbox and there's 960 emails, I'm not going through all those.
Oh, God.
So I'll try to get through like 3 pages. Well, now I got to go. Well, what am I going to do with the other 900 pages?
Yeah.
I'm not going to get to it later.
Okay,
there's too many to get to. So you know what I do? I hit select all.
Delete them, yeah.
Trash.
Yeah.
And I don't care who emailed me because I figure if it's important, they'll email again.
They'll email again, yeah.
But because of the spam and the constant offers, my inbox is filled. I would go through every email if they could figure out how to stop all the unsolicited offers.
Yeah.
Just like my mailbox at home. Dude.
Same thing, yeah.
If I could pay the U.S. Postal Service, and this might be an idea for Trump to put in, give me an option to pay you $50 a month to where I just get mail that I want.
Yeah, nothing else.
Because, dude, I get the flyers and the current resident, and it's like I get like this stack of mail, and there's one thing in there I'm looking for.
Yeah, it's true. Exactly the same thing.
It pisses me off.
Yeah.
And the goddamn Postal Service knows that's bullshit, but they want the revenue to send it to you.
Yep.
Well, dude, no, I'll give you $50.
to
not send it. Okay.
Well, I think what
and
it
I
is.
should be able to opt into that.
You should.
To where, listen, when you're going to my address, there's a whenever they're throwing it in that bucket, because someone has to bring it to my damn house.
Does it.
Whenever they're going into that bucket, it's like, this address, chuck all junk mail. I don't want any of your bullshit junk mail.
Yeah.
I don't want it in my inbox. I don't want it at all. Yeah. Wouldn't that be a beautiful world?
Oh, it'd be amazing. Yeah.
And that's what's ruining a lot of this stuff. Now, back in the day,
it is.
Dude, it was magical because no one was doing it and there was no rules and no regulations.
It's why it all works so well.
and now it's not that way. So I'm always looking for like, what's the next thing?
Yeah.
What's the next untapped thing? Like when Gary Vee started doing YouTube, not a lot of people were doing YouTube.
Yeah, it's true.
Well,
now look at it now. It's
boom.
awesome. Yeah.
And now YouTube's an arm and a leg.
It is.
Still works though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it's still the best medium.
I prefer, if I was going to like really spend a lot of money in advertising, I like the Google,
like search.
Yeah. Because they're looking for you.
Yeah, it's so specific. Yeah.
Their intent is much higher. The lead quality is much higher.
Yeah, they don't have to click on something and go, "Oh, am I interested?" Yeah.
Well, I mean,
they're
don't have to.
They're looking for that thing.
Yeah. So if the top of the funnel's here, when they come in, they're right here. They're coming in at the middle of the funnel. Now you only have one more step and you're in, you got money.
Yeah.
Up here, you got to come through this funnel and get down to the money. And a lot of them that come in are filtering out up here because they're not even good.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you're right.
To me, it's like, there's got to be, that's why perhaps maybe I'll come out to the mastermind. I'll speak at the mastermind like you wanted, but but again, I have nothing to sell them, So
that's great, mate.
It won't be a pitch.
you fit the criteria. See, just give value.
Well, I mean, that's all I do. Like there's nothing to pitch.
Love to have you.
Even though coincidentally you said it earlier. Every time I do speak at an event, people hit me up for a bunch of things, but I don't ever offer anything.
Yeah.
Because when I speak, I'm like, look, I'm trying to give these guys value. 90% of the time I'm speaking is paid.
Yeah.
Like they give me $50K. It's going to 100 the first because I want to do less of them.
Wow.
And dude, they used to tell me to shut up in school.
Wow.
Now they give me $50,000.
They used to tell you to shut up in school. Did you say?
Yeah. Dude, no one ever wanted me to talk.
Yeah.
They kept telling me to shut up. And now they give me $50,000
like
to
you
talk.
Didn't listen.
and when I say, what do you want me to talk about? They're like, whatever you want.
Whatever you want. Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like anything? They're
That's
like, yeah,
awesome.
anything. So I'll show up and I'm like, well, who's in the room? And what do they want? Why are they here?
Yeah.
And what are they looking for? And I walk out and I don't have PowerPoints and I don't have a presentation.
Just talk. Yeah.
I just talk and I try to share with them what I know to help them get what they came for, which might be confidence. It might be freaking a technique or some sort of knowledge that I have. So I just try to share based on who the audience is. But yeah, I'll come speak at one of your events.
That'd be great.
But I also want to hang out a couple days. Yeah. Like in other words, attend the event. Yeah. Not just speak there and
you'd
leave
like
like
it.
I
know you well
do.
enough to know you'd like it now.
Well, it sounds like cool people.
You'd enjoy it.
Sounds like cool people.
Yeah.
No dicks allowed.
No dicks allowed. Yeah.
And so I think I'll do that because again, I need to find the latest and greatest. I know there's going to be one that pops up and first movers always get the advantage.
Yeah.
There's always people that by the time you hear about it, dude, it don't work as well anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
It's because you're not in these masterminds.
Yeah, that's where you got to be in them. It's true. I mean, it was like I said before, I started it truly, not for the money. It was to put me in front of my peers more often. Like when I started, 60% of the group were my affiliates, like my top partners. Being with them 3 times more a year, how much more money did that make me? Forget what they paid for the membership. So it's like, I realized that so long ago.
Well, you
spend
a lot of the fee on the events.
Yeah.
Like those events aren't free.
Oh God, no. No. I mean, we spend a lot of money on the events, because it's
there's
very
food,
experiential.
Drinks and tables and facilities. And
but it
a lot
is
of people
exactly
think
what you
that's
said.
all free.
Yeah, no.
Damn, it costs that much money times how many people? Look what he's making. Dude, that ain't what he's making.
No, yeah, exactly. Well, you know that, right? In any business, right? Yeah.
But listen, folks, if you're smart, you're going to master the game of marketing or hire someone who's mastered it, you're going to either go to the Flight Club Mastermind or a Speakeasy.
Yeah. Speakeasy Mastermind.
So speakeasymastermind.com and flightclubmastermind.com. Flight Club is for high-level marketing people.
Yep.
Not necessarily anybody and everybody, but if you're into marketing, that's where you would go to level up and meet people with same interests and the same level or a little above. And then Speakeasy Mastermind is for who?
It's still for marketing-centric entrepreneurs, but it's not as specific. Like, you don't have to be in the online world. As long as you're into business development, marketing, similar avatar, like still cool people, no douchey, but like
it's marketing.
But it's absolutely marketing-centric. It is.
Yeah.
So it's similar. And it's local.
And that's why local to wherever you are?
Local, like I said, we have 15 cities so far, but we also have a global membership.
Then how do you know
too.
It's local?
Well, if you're in a city where we have one, it's local,
Well, that's a better way to say it, because what if you don't have one?
If you don't have one, maybe you're the guy that might want to partner with us to start one in their own city.
Well, they're going to call me and they're going to go, dude, this bloke said it was local.
Yeah. Well, Vegas, right here in Vegas, we're local.
I'll be like, well, what happened? Well, I tried to sign up, but I was in bumfuck Egypt.
Yeah. Yeah. But we also have a global membership for that too. So you can be just part of the online community if you don't have one in your city, or
you travel.
Or you travel.
Get your fat ass off a couch and go out there.
Yeah.
Right? I don't have to be local. It just might be local because that one has 15 different cities.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you're looking to expand.
Oh, yeah, we're expanding all the time. There'll be 20 by the end of the year, easy. 20, 22 by the end of the year.
How do you pick those people?
We just identify a potential partner in a city and go like, oh, would you be a good fit as a leader? We partner with the leader, and the leader is in charge of facilitating the event. I mean, it's all our, obviously, SOPs and whatnot, but they are in charge of running the event. So when we find that person that's got credibility, that's connected in a city, we go, oh, okay, let's partner and launch that city.
So are you looking for those?
Yeah, always. We're always looking for those. Always.
And where do people go for?
Same thing, just speakeasymastermind.com. There's a thing there for potential members. And someone can jump on a call with them about that as well.
Well, appreciate you coming in, my man. Folks, I'm telling you, marketing is senior. You better get on it because it allows you to generate more opportunities to do business. And ultimately, the more hands you shake, the more money you make. So you're trying to grow and scale your business, you're going to need more relationships. Relationships essentially come in the business world from marketing. And marketing is a big word. Don't get it twisted. It's not paid ads. Well, we're doing paid ads. Dude, that's one spoke in a wheel. Like, there are a lot of ways to market, and I'm telling you, because I've been watching for a while, it is more detailed than you think. The best way to get in is to get immersed. Flight Club Mastermind, if you qualify. If not, at least Speakeasy Mastermind. Or, dude, just start Googling that shit and start studying that shit. You want to grow your business? You gotta understand marketing. There's proof of it. And then manifestation, laws of attraction. Folks, go to MindMove. Is it mindmovies.com?
Yeah, mindmovies.com, yeah.
Yeah, so like if you're not able to get in these things yet because you're really starting out, go get a mind movie and start attracting this shit.
Yeah, awesome.
But most importantly, folks, till next time, keep it real.